Hey family, hello everyone. I pray all is well with many of you. Happy weekend to you all. Well, anyway, I was on YouTube and I came across this story about this sister. Um, sh- Her name is Tamia Taylor. She's 21 years old, and she is presently missing in Memphis, Tennessee. Checking out Black Girl Laws. So shout out to Black Girl Laws that does a phenomenal job when it comes to the missing, doing commentary and sharing the missing stories. Um, I've already have a little background idea of as far as what's been put out there due to the narrative, what has been put out there. Okay, all I can say is, on her birthday, she turned 21 years old. She had went out with her friends and on a riverboat. Okay, she was last seen getting on a riverboat with friends on Saturday night on September the 9th around 11:30 p.m. And you know, uh, that's the only information that I have. Okay, and I'm getting when it comes to friends, it could be like some co-workers, associate of hers, associate slash co-workers. Okay, I think it was um, I think she was out with three co-workers. I'm not really sure. All I know is co-workers. Okay, celebrating her birthday, and I think they was all going to meet up. I don't know if they arrived together or they just met up. But if many of you want like additional information, just type in her name, Google it. Okay. So anyway, so I decided to look into this case. On whatever you see in here concerning the disappearance of 21 years old Tamia Taylor, we all know it's not facts. It is allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only. I do not look at it as entertainment family, but I have to put it out there. This protects my channel, so I have to say entertainment. But when it comes to crime cases and the missing, I do not see it as entertainment whatsoever. There's nothing entertaining about it, as far as I'm concerned. I always say when it comes to my readings, let things play out. I'm just doing this as a labor of love to try to bring clarity. 'Cause it's a lot that has been put out there. Let me just say that. And in my spirit, there's a lot that's not adding up for me. I feel like what needs to be said is not said. Let me just say that. Um, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. But anyway, so I want to share three short videos with many of you. Today is Friday, and I've done these private short readings earlier today. And you know how I roll, family. I want to see what's going to come back out. Okay, because I can't make it up. I can't force information to come out. But when messages start to repeat themselves, it's something to it. Okay, it's something to it. So anyway, let's go and get started. All I want to do is I'm going to pull up three short videos, and you're going to see the first spread I did on Tamia, and the second, and last the third. Then I'm going to get started with the reading, and I'm going to start off with this right here first, because it's good to see those shadow energies that was going on with this sister. Okay, I'm going to be using this deck once I'm done showing you the three videos, and then I'm going to go back and use the same deck that I had used, and I also, you know, was using this right here. This is my homemade deck. I was using this also, and I'm also going to share what came out of that deck. I might do this one first, and then I go back and reshuffle the main deck that you're going to see me playing in a few minutes. So I'm not going to make this video that long, family. I'm just trying to share some light to get an idea, what could have led up to 21 years old Tamia Taylor disappearance. Yes, it is not facts. It is allegedly. I always say let things play out, and please know they will. So let's go and get started. I'm going to put this beautiful sister picture. Let me see where I want to put it at. I'm going to put it right here. And let me thank you all for your love supporting my channel, and for my butterflies that showed me love early this week when I let you know that that our beloved Bishan had passed away, Sheba. Thank you all. I appreciate your love and prayers. Thank you so much. Okay, prayer goes a long way. So by me doing this right here, this just gets my man off for whatever I'm going through and my problems, and I try to focus on other people. Just focusing on other people and being of service to others. You'd be surprised, family. That right there heals like no other. Just putting your mind on other people and trying to be of service and help. That alone will be healing to you. So you all keep that in mind when it comes to your own personal life. Think of others. That alone will get your mind off of you and what's going on with you, okay? And also continuously to focus on what you love to do. That's number one. Now, let me go ahead and show you the private reading that I did real quick. I did it on here on my phone, so give me a minute. Let me find it first. Okay. I think this one is it right here. Let me see something. And also, the image was very blurry. It would be blurry on certain messages, and on others, it would clear up. And then on certain messages, it'll go back to being very blurry again. So, that's very interesting also when that right there happens. Okay, I think this is the first one right here. So pay attention, okay? And I will just hold it so you can see a more closer, all right? All I got to say is we're going to keep Tamia in our prayers. It's a good chance she could still be with us, okay? I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer over here. Everything has to play out. I'm going to bring the microphone up a little closer, right, family? Missing Tamia Taylor, 21 years old. This is my private reading. First spread. Withholding info, keeping this to myself. I will deal with it. So it looked like she was keeping information to herself, something personal that was going on with her behind the scenes. Withholding info, keeping this to myself. I will deal with it. Street justice was sacrificed due to someone poor judgment. Someone wants them out of the way. So this is pretty much like past energies. All of this is pretty much leading up to her disappearance. And what I'm looking for is repeated messages, but this is the first spread. So this is more in the past energy leading up. It's right here in the present. Envy, fake friend, or friends. It's friend or friends. Envy, fake friend, or friends. New ideas set this plan in motion. Near or on one of the Joker. The Joker is the suspect, the person of interest, okay, that's playing a part of her disappearance, whether it's somebody she knows or a stranger. Near or on one of the Joker property or their family members' home location. Okay, so this is more in the present. This is more in the future. Okay, but everything's leading up to it. Question roommate. I don't know if Spirit talking about Tamia roommate or one of her friends' roommate. Question roommate. Robbed, stolen, personal goods taken, personal items, wallet, money, and phone. They just let me know that some personal items of hers were taken and removed. This is very interesting right here. False events and timeline. Gaslighting, police, and the people. This is really due to, what's been said as far as who's putting the narratives out there as far as how things played out on that night. Something is definitely off. Let me just say that. Okay? But it says false event and timelines. Gaslighting, police, and the people. Y'all see that? So the energy is very strong. And for this to be blurry and then, clear like that, this definitely needs to be looked at. Something is off. And then it has here down below, the outcome, question, hold on. See how blurry it is? Question their employment or side hustle. Now, it is stated that she was out with friends, and they just happened to be her employees, okay? On that night, she was celebrating her birthday. and she was out with her friends that were her employees. So it says question their employment or side hustle. Okay, but what stands out to me is question their employment. I think about people that she works with. Okay, it has here hidden inside, underground, or basement area. Right here, feeling numb, taking self medication, drugs, or alcohol. So yes, there was some drinking, and possibly she could have been, doing drugs of her choice, allegedly. I can get this if even if she's smoking weed, okay? I can still get this. I can get this even if she was popping pills like um, prescription pills. Um, when it comes to abusing, prescription pills, I can get this also. So feeling numb, taking self-medication, drugs, or alcohol. Everything here is allegedly, no matter what. I'm going to go back and do another spread to see what's going to come back out. But anyway, it's already put out there that she was drinking, so we all know this to be true. None of this is my opinion. It came out, and please know the spirit always backs me up. So anyway, this is what I'm getting when it comes to my first spread, and I will be doing another one. And even when I do a reading on her, I'm going to reshuffle, and we're going to see what's going to come back. You see that? We're going to shuffle and see what's going to come back out. Okay. This right here was the first spread I've done on this sister, okay? I feel like having her picture over here. Let me see something. I'll put it up here. Since I'm going to hold it, I'll put it right here, okay? Okay, now here is the second one. Here's the second private reading I've done on her, and you can see what came back out, as well as what additional messages that had came out. On 21-year-old Tamia Taylor, who is presently missing. Let me see something. All of these are events that led up to her disappearance. Hold on, family. Background, just information, okay? Let me find the second one real quick. I apologize. We're starting back over. Okay, I just shared the first one. This should be the second one I've done on her. On 21-year-old Let me see. Taylor, who is presently missing. All of these are events that led up to her disappearance. A lot of background, just information, okay? Past, present, future, and outcome. So let's see right here. What the spirit wants to know. Street justice was sacrificed due to someone poor judgment. This came out twice. Something about street justice. I think about somebody taking matters in their own hands. Okay? It has here the lovers. Now I don't know who she was seeing, okay? But it looks like she's very private, and that's the one that, you know, keep a lot to themselves, okay? They don't put their business on Fifth Street. I have here the lovers. Now whether, you know, Tamia was seeing somebody, or maybe one of her friends was seeing somebody, okay? But the lovers are playing a part here. It has here secretly meeting up with someone, and it is stated that she had up and left her friends, went to the restroom, and she was gone for quite a while. Um, there was a time where they didn't see her for a while. That's what they're saying. Okay, that's the narrative that's out there. And they also said, her friends, they also said that she was drinking before she arrived there. So she was already intoxicated, drinking out of some kind of little bottle, shall I say. But anyway, let's continue. She said the camera's very blurry.
All right, let's get back to it. Right here, lured them out to set them up, sabotage. And we did see question fake friend or friends. So it looked like she was lured out. Competition around, compete for the same person of interest. So I just say allegedly, which one of her so-called friends was interested in the same person she was interested in? That is the question. Competition around, compete for the same person of interest. Made a detour, change of plan. So it's a good chance she could have stepped off that boat. Okay, she could have stepped off that boat, but it looked like she was still sabotaged. Moving ahead. Now this is somebody's background. This is the key right here. This is somebody. Okay, it's blurry. Pay attention to this right here. It's very blurry. Has history of unlawful acts due to a background check. So like whoever this individual is had Tamia, got a background check on this person, she would have found out that they have history of unlawful acts, okay? So they've been in the system before. Next, rebellious and disobedient, don't want to be controlled. I want my freedom. So it looked like, Tamia on her loved ones would know she was very free spirit, okay? She had her own mind. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. So anyway, hanging around the wrong crowd, not for your highest good. So whoever she was hanging around with, it wasn't for her highest good. Okay, and I'm not trying to throw her, co-workers under the bus. A witness did say that she was with some people. Okay, I think a man and two women, I believe. Um, as far as on the ground, once the boat had docked and people, I guess they would get off the boat, whatever the case may be. But anyway, whoever she was hanging around with, let me just say that. Whomever she was hanging around with, it was not for her highest good to be around. Because somebody definitely had other plans for her, all right? Now, the outcome right here, had a argument, not seen eye to eye due to disagreement, wrong path, dangerous environment, and rejected, scorned ex that wants revenge. Okay? So anyway, so this is my private part 2 spread. And of course I will reshuffle this and see what's gonna come back out. But I'm doing the actual reading on this sister. On 20.
Okay, so this is part two. I mean, not part two, but spread two, private, private spread two that I've done on Tamia. Now here is the third one, and then we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Okay, here's the third one that I did on her, and look what came out. I can't make it up. I mean, it's just something to it. It may not be facts, but it's something to it. And what I mean by that, time shall reveal. Let me just say that, especially those that are in the know, cause people do talk. So anyway,
Third spread, private spread. When my messages keep repeating, it's something to it. I'm not here accusing anybody of anything, but I am led by the Spirit. Please know that. And I always say let things play out. So this is a third spread on the missing 21-year-old Tamia Taylor. Past, present, future, and outcome energies. They may not really actually be in order, but this is what the Spirit is revealing to me about this sister. This came out the lovers in the second private spread. The lovers. I was getting clarity on this. This is what came out. In a toxic, unhealthy union, being abused and controlled. And this could be what she was keeping to herself. She was actually in a toxic, unhealthy relationship, and she probably wasn't sharing this with anyone, okay? Keeping it to herself. Rejected, scorned ex that wants revenge. Competition around, compete for the same person of interest. So you see there's a lot going on with this sister behind the scenes. It has history of being in the judicial system, ex-felon, their background. So whomever she was involved with, okay, they have history of being in the system. Okay, they are ex-felon. Made a detour, change of plans. And it was change of plans all right because this individual had other plans for her. Okay, they're trying to sabotage her and set her up. And plus they knew she was already intoxicated. has history of unlawful acts due to a background check. So what it's saying is, had Tamia, did a background check on this individual, she would have found out that they had a history of unlawful acts. Okay, let's continue. Had a argument, not seeing eye to eye due to a disagreement. Hanging around the wrong crowd, not for your highest good. Lured them out to set them up, sabotage. So it looked like whatever happened to her didn't happen to her on the bus. Did I say bus? I apologize. It looked like what happened to her did not happen to her on the boat. It happened when she was off the boat. So it looked like she got off the boat and met up with somebody. Because I said it because it has here. Where is it? I just saw it, family. Let me see. Here it is, right here. Lured them out to set them up. But anyway, hanging around the wrong crowd, not for your highest good. Lured them out to set them up, sabotage. Now, it also can be lure her out of, home to meet up with these people, far away, whoever she met up with. But anyway, like she was sabotaged, okay, allegedly. Outcome, rebellious and disobedient, don't want to be controlled. I want my freedom. Wrong path, dangerous environment, secretly meeting up with someone. And this is the third spread, okay, that came out. The third spread, private spread on this sister. So let's be amazed what's going to come back out when I do the actual reading on her. Third
All right,
spread.
family. So there you have it. Keep notes. Okay, just keep notes. So let's go ahead on and I'm going to continue this right here. I have this sister beautiful picture up. And once again, none of this is my opinion. So if anything come out, please, don't be trying to come at your sister. Why you say this and why you say that? I'm only repeating what's coming out. It's not my opinion, okay? But I am led by the Spirit, and I do have an opinion. Let me just say that. But it's not my opinion, okay? I'm just trying to help and be of service and to shed light on the darkness, bring some clarity. That's all I'm here to do. Anybody here that may hear something that you don't like, just don't receive it, okay? Just don't receive it. But you can't say you didn't see the messages, okay? And like I said, no matter no matter what came out, we're gonna just pray and hope for the best that she will be found no matter what, okay? Cause that's my prayer that she will be found because there's nothing like not knowing. So I'm going to first put out here what I was getting when I was using my big deck. I have here laughter in the air. Laughter in the air. And we all know she was out being social. Whatever I'm saying is allegedly, it's not my opinion. Has a history of hanging with the wrong crowd and people and groups. Caution, you may see moving forward poor communication, lack of appreciation, money stress, infidelity, or lack of trust. I have the word neglectful. I have here they want out a way of escape. Okay? Whatever that means. Learn the lesson, make wiser choices. I have the word alone, so there's a good chance you could be somewhere alone. I have the word uncommitted, the word friend. Now I see. That's somebody having an aha moment. If they were in the dark about anything, they're not on seeing the light. Avoids conflict and drama. Being threatened and hostile towards them, toxic relationship. Attention, they do not see your worth. So I think about someone that she could have been involved with or seeing, okay? But this person was pretty much telling her what she wanted to hear. They were not 100 with her, if you know what I mean, okay? Attention, they do not see your worth, telling you what you want to hear, just keeping you around, deception. And I have end of life, unborn fetus baby. So allegedly, it's a good chance she could have been expecting. Possible well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm going to watch what I say. I feel scared. Something is bothering them in their personal life. So I'm I'm picking up. She would definitely, if there were things that were going on with her in her personal life, but she was keeping it to herself. Okay, feeling overlooked and ignored, not feeling rewarded. Great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself and others. A unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. They were furious at the attempt to manipulate. And I don't know, this might be a crime of passion. And I'm also getting somebody holding grudges, okay? Alrighty. I'm getting ready to use the Divine Shout of Self Oracle, Shout of Divine Vision. I want to get an idea about those shattered energy that was going on with Tamia on the day she disappeared, okay? And a lot of these shattered energies would be also anyone that was around her that can influence her in a negative way. I can get their energies as well, okay? Seeking clarity, will it up to what was going on with Tamia Taylor that led up to her disappearance? What was going on? What were the events that was going on with Tamia Taylor that led up to her disappearance? Past, present, and outcome. I'm also picking up on, and it's not up here what I'm ready to say. I'm also picking up on someone with the energies of being a narcissist that could have been around her as well. Okay, someone that think full of themselves, if you know what I mean. Alrighty, I have here disagreeable. So we like there was some kind of argument that jumped off. Disagreeable, not seeing eye to eye, insecurities, and regret. Moving forward, and this is more like in the past energies, okay? Moving forward, drained, feeling emotionally drained. Bully, someone coming off as a bully. Confusion. Moving forward, lustful. And I am picking up on surrounding her intuitively, energetically. I'm getting also what's coming to me because I'm seeing lustful. Also, it's coming to me intimacy, and possibly she could have been doing some reminiscing. That's what's coming to me also. Here we also have abandonment issues. And a person like this, if they don't get this in check, they can be very controlling and domineering. So she could have been around someone that has abandonment issues. I have here desperation. And outcome, I have internalizing. Boredom. Someone is longing for change, feeling quite restless. And trauma. And there are all kind of trauma. You got emotional trauma, physical trauma. When a person's been attacked, you know, they can be in some kind of shock like trauma as well. But anyway, trauma is coming out here in the spreads. Let's go around one more time. Now, a lot of people feel like it's a good chance that, whatever happened to her, it could have happened when she was on the boat. Maybe she could have fallen off the boat. Anything is possible. Um, the water element is still coming to me. I'm just feeling she may not be in that water, not that water. Um, as far as the last area she was known to be seen. Let me say this also now. That word drain can be somebody feeling very emotional, and they're drained, they're tapped out emotionally, okay? Also that word drain, I think about a drainage, an area where there's the water is draining. You know what I'm talking about? Um, that comes to me also. Okay, like a drainage area. Um, Everything I'm saying is allegedly. I'm just going off what I'm picking up. Okay, I'm going to go over this, and we're going to continue. Okay, I have here condescending. So somebody's coming out being condescending. I have ghosting. Somebody abandoning you. And remember, we saw the message neglect. I think it was neglectful. But anyway, this is someone that's abandoning you, leaving you hanging. Okay, pretty much leaving you alone, abandoning you. I have here domineering. So somebody's coming out very domineering. Next, I have rage. So something definitely jumped off. I have here depression. I have here absent-minded. She was not focused that night. This is someone that's not focused, and that could be just due to being distracted. You know, but of course, if you drinking and doing some other things, self medicating, whatever the case may be, that can have you being off your game too, not being focused. But anyway, I have here absent minded. Okay, moving ahead, I have shame, feeling ashamed. Somebody, if it ain't her energy, it's the other person of interest. I have here doubtful. And I have here humiliation, feeling humiliated. And addiction is playing a part. I think about self-medicating, drugs, alcohol, sex can be an addiction as well. How we saw the word lustful. And we have here drowning. I think about drowning in your emotions, being upset, overwhelmed, or, she could have drowned. Everything's alleged, okay? Or somebody could have drowned her. But something is off. That's all I'm saying. Something is off. In as far as what actually happened to her. When it comes to the events, let me just say that playing out, something is off. And I have, she's feeling very fearful. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reshuffle. She was going to come back out, and then I'm going to start on that other deck, and she was going to come back out, and I'm going to end this reading. Put this back in here. Seeking clarity related up to the disappearance of Tamia's story. Seeking clarity related to disappearance of Tamia Taylor's story. Clarity of disappearance of Tamia Taylor's story. Hold up, family. I'm dropping cards. Okay, I have some. The energies are starting to shift, and I have some different additional information that's coming out. I have here the word abuse, and we did see something like this that had came out when I was going over the. I think first or second spread that I did when it comes to that private rating. But anyway, the word abuse is coming out. Blindsided. This just lets me know she was caught off guard, not paying attention, not focused. Bias, going along with the get along game, or going along with whatever somebody's saying. Next, feeling helpless, arrogance, bitterness. I have here held hostage. And see, I think about events playing out. So in this particular timeline, I'm still getting she was inside of something, possibly maybe somebody's home. But anyway, this just lets me know she was in an environment that she felt helpless and couldn't see a way out. Okay, and possibly could have been held against her will. But anyway, held hostage. It have here dark. This lets me know that she could be with somebody that's dark complexion, or she could be in a dark environment, or she could be in the dark. I think about being in the dark about a situation. Cut off guard, blindsided. Maybe something was kept hidden from her or kept from her. Next, ignorance. And I have here hostility, deception is playing a part, and greed. All right, we're gonna stop right here, and I'm going to go over those messages that I started in the beginning of this reading. Okay, I have here drunk, so there was some drinking. According to the spirit, she was drinking, drunk. I have here distraction. So this lets me know whatever jumped out, she was caught off guard. I have grief. And we also saw the word depression. So something had her very upset. Okay. I have here, this is more in the past energy. This is more the present energy. I have here heartbroken. So she was very upset. I have here defensive. For me to see this, there was definitely an argument, accusation. Somebody accused somebody of wrongdoing, but somebody coming out very defensive due to being called out. I have here callous. Pretty much someone showing no emotion, like dealing with a cold individual, or they can be in shock. Moving forward, I have here conflicted. I have here manipulation. I don't know. I feel like whoever she was seeing, they were pretty much like mind effing her. I think about somebody that just tell you what you want to hear, playing games. I have here victim. Now, I'm not saying she's a victim, but I think about someone that comes off as a victim. They see themselves, well, let me just say they're more in victim mode, if you know what I mean, okay? They feel victimized or whatever the case may be. Next, I have vindictive. I have here evasive, someone that avoids commitment. So we're looking at possibly somebody's cheating. Look like some kind of entanglement, and so a lot of this is like behind the scenes energy. It may not even have anything to do with why she went missing. To be honest with you, a lot of times the spirit be revealing to me things about people that's going on behind the scenes. Okay, that could possibly have something to do with why she went missing. And then sometimes the spirit will reveal certain things to me, so loved ones or anybody close to her, they would know what it means. Okay, and it would help them to really pay attention to the reading. But anyway, for me to see evasive, you can say Tamia could have been, uncommitted, or whoever she was seeing could have been uncommitted. But somebody was seeing somebody unbeknownst to the other. Okay, maybe she found out that she was sharing somebody that was seeing somebody else. But anyway, I have her closed off. You can say she's somewhere isolated, cause I didn't get the word alone. You can say she's isolated, alone, closed off somewhere. And I also can get this, like I said, if she's a private individual and she keeps a lot to herself and she's not sharing her feelings or thoughts with anybody. Okay, and then or it could be both, closed off. Okay, now let's see what's gonna come back out when it comes to the original cards that I had, with messages that I had used earlier. And let me repeat myself. I am praying that Tamia Taylor will be found no matter what, but definitely she will be found safe. Okay, that is my prayer no matter what. Much love to her mother. She seemed to be a very strong, praying sister, keeping her faith in God. Her mom just won't answers, and she doesn't want her daughter found, and I want that for her as well. So once again, none of this is my opinion, but I do have an opinion, and I'm just led by the spirit. And there is some truth in my reading. It's like a puzzle, putting the pieces together. But yeah, let's keep baby girl Tamia in our prayers that she be found safe. Now let's see what's going to come back out by me using this right here. Okay, this is what I was using earlier when I did the private reading. Spread one, spread two, spread three. Let's see what's going to come back out. Okay, and what do come back out, her friends and family. Okay, they definitely need to be looking at it. Let me just say that. What happened to Tamia? Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit leads me to all truth and clarity on the disappearance of Tamia Taylor. What led to her disappearance? What happened to Tamia? Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future outcome. Past, present, future. Ooh, future outcome. Go back. Watch the beginning. When I did the private readings, you see how thick this is? Look what came out. The lovers. The lovers. And I am getting something about competition. Okay, somebody wants the other out of the way, if you know what I mean. Okay, it's like two people competing for the other person's interest. Okay, so it looked like, I don't know who she was seeing, but whoever she was seeing, let me just say that it was somebody else that was interested in them as well. The lovers came back out, made a detour, change of plans, came back out. Somebody is an ex-felon, has history of being in the judicial system, ex-felon, their background. Now, the roommate question, roommate, that did come out. I don't know if Tamia has a roommate or one of her so-called friends have a roommate. And And I'm not accusing anybody of anything. It just say question roommate. I'm not really sure what that's about. Is it a female roommate, a male roommate? I don't know. Okay, it may not be nothing to that, but anyway, but somebody is a real hard head, and they've been in the system before. Okay, an ex felon. This is your person right here that she could have been with on that night. The lovers made a detour, change of plans. I think her friends did say that she didn't show back up on the boat. 'Cause I think it's supposed to take back, supposed to go back out into the water and then come back a little later that night, shall I say? But anyway, that's interesting. Let's continue. I'm going to leave this here. Okay, I'm going to share with you what I have, all right? Has history of being in the judicial system, ex felon, their background. Was lured out to meet up with them. And I can't make this up when the messages are repeating themselves. Rejected, scorned ex that wants revenge. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Now, this is my opinion. Maybe this just past energies, okay? That the spirit is revealing. Maybe an ex has nothing to do with this, okay? Hanging around the wrong crowd, not for your highest good. Was lured out to set them up, sabotage. And you saw this earlier, the lovers. Now, it might not be Tamia and this individual as the lovers. It can be maybe the lovers to individual, and she could just be the third wheel. Just saying, okay? I just want to be mindful of what I share. So I'm not going to show this right here. Competition around, compete for the same person interest. See that? So somebody's a third wheel. You have a couple, but somebody's a third wheel. Competition around, compete for the same person of interest. Made a detour, change of plans. See how my readings, messages repeat themselves? Wrong path, dangerous environment. In a toxic, unhealthy union, being abused. Remember that word abuse? In a toxic, unhealthy union, being abused and controlled. It may not even be physical abuse. It can be some. She could have been with somebody else very controlling, and also not committed. Heady argument, not seeing eye to eye due to disagreements. Remember that word disagreements? That's what this is talking about. Not seeing eye to eye about something. Having a fallout. Secretly meeting up with someone. Has history of unlawful acts. Do a background check. So somebody has history of unlawful acts. Now this came out. I'm not gonna say this is a scam, okay? But I'm gonna read it. It says con/scam, getting over on the people and police. Question, are they really missing false events? Now, what stands out to me is false events. And I mentioned it earlier. Is something about this scenario is off. That's what I'm getting. But I will share this right here. I will share this right here. But what stands out to me is false event. It's something that's off when it comes to this story. That's all I'm saying, okay? You know, the friends are saying one thing, and then this eyewitness is saying another. You know, it's just something off about this whole scenario. Now, I'm getting ready to reshuffle and see what's going to come back out, and then I'm going to end this reading. This was a labor of love, and I was just trying to help. You know, maybe some kind of clues could come out in my reading that will give the family members an idea, you know, we help them to receive clarity about the situation, okay? And please know the Most High God can use anybody as far as helping people. So please keep an open mind, all right? Let me reshuffle. Tamia Taylor, tell me the events that were going on. What led up to your disappearance? What happened to you? Where is your possible location? Ooh. Ooh. The energy is so strong. Hold on, family. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I have. I have here. Okay, I don't want to share that. Let me see something. I don't know what this means. It says follow the money trail. Money passed around from hand to hand, pay off. Anyway, it has here hidden inside underground or basement area that came back out. Okay. Agent, someone is helping the other to cover up the suspect crime. And this is allegedly, we're not saying a crime took place, okay? What I get with this is partnership alliance. Somebody's helping the other, okay? That's what I'm getting with this. Waiting on trash pickup, dumpster. New ideas set this plan in motion. Came back out. Abandoned, alone. The word alone came back out. Abandoned, I think about the word ghosting. Somebody that abandons you, leave you hanging. Especially when you're out and about with people and they just up and leave you. Um, Off the walking trail, close by a creek area, remote location, allegedly. But I'm still getting something about drainage for some reason. I have here the word betrayal. Self sabotage, negative thinking in their action. Has history of drug use that's showing up in the present. It may not be her energy, it could be the energy of somebody else. All this is allegedly, okay? When the person you're around, hold on. When the person you're around, karma catches up to them, the one that's innocent becomes sacrificed unjustly. Dealing with depression, feel stuck in life and hopeless, lack interest. And we did see the word boredom. That's somebody's looking for change. So this could be her energy before she had disappeared, okay? Could be dealing with some depression, feeling stuck. It happened to the best of us. Let's see what's going to come right back out, and I'm going to end this reading. I thank you all for your love, supporting my channel, and for being patient. Thank you. I'm going to end it here. I have here has history of being in the judicial system, ex-felon, their background. That can be the other person of interest as far as somebody she could have been, she could have crossed paths with or met up with that she may have known. Feelings of disconnected from people and surroundings, lack interest. So this could have been her, how she was behind the scenes. And maybe she was dealing with depression, and it wasn't really letting anybody in as far as what was going on with her. Endings or breakup. This just says dating history or suspect. Killer knew the victim. And this is allegedly. What stands out to me is a good chance she know the individual that she could have, met up with. They could have maybe dating history, possibly an ex, or just somebody she could have been kicking it with, or somebody that she knows, allegedly. Okay. Near a overpass location, I hear cars, vehicle driving by. So it's a good chance she could be in an area like this, or maybe she crossed. Maybe she was by an area like this. It just says near a overpass location. I hear cars, vehicle driving by. Relates to their job/employment. Look deeper. It says job/employment. It says look deeper into this right here. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but now I'm thinking about her so-called employers that she had went out with on the night she disappeared. This friend or group, no loyalty, no trust. I can't make this up. And she was hanging with a group of individual. I think what, three that night. I'm not sure. Strike now. No one's around. Remote location. Sexual assault. I should have said SA. I apologize. It's allegedly. Question when a family member throws stones and hide their back. So now I'm thinking about that message. Question roommate. Chaos and conflict. Something jumping off. Trick and was con. Near water drainage area off path. So we saw the message overpath. Overpath. So overpath is kind of like a tunnel, ain't it? But anyway, overpath. You can hear cars in the distance, and it says near a water drainage area off path. The need to get away, their choice. Pulled up, parked, got out, waiting and watching, nearby stalking. And once again, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Maybe she just detoured away from her so-called, friends and employers, and went another location. Moving on, not looking back. This can be due to she actually moving on, not looking back. But I don't think she would want to do it to her family members. Or I can get this when it comes to relationships. Due to whatever jumped off, maybe she said, I'm going to just, let this go and move on, not look back. Just depends on what it means to Tamia. So anyway, this is my reading on Tamia, 21-year-old Tamia. She is from Memphis, Tennessee. She went missing on September the 9th. As it stated, was last seen getting on a riverboat with friends on Saturday nights around 11:30 p.m. So anyway, I'm sending Tamia Taylor much love. I pray that she's found safe, and maybe you never know. She just want a cool off period. Okay, maybe she doesn't want to be bothered. Got a lot on her mind. Maybe she just want to get away. Like the message was saying. Whatever the case may be, something definitely jumped off that triggered her and upset her. I'm picking up on that big time. It doesn't mean anything happened to her. We have to let things play out. Okay, family. As you see, there was a lot of things that was going on behind the scenes, because I was getting like an inside location also, possibly in somebody's home. I was getting either underground, allegedly, or, someone's basement. She could have been chilling there because I was getting laughter in the air. That's having fun with people. But anyway, I'm through this reading. Much love to her family members, and like, share, and subscribe. Definitely share. You get your sister message out there, her story, that somebody would see it and maybe have an idea of where she could be. Okay, so thank you for watching. If anybody would like a personal reading with your sister, you can hit me up at Qmccwest at gmail.com. I only communicate by email. Okay, but I am very thorough when it comes to keeping the communication up. Okay. Also, you can check out my About Me section on my channel, and y'all can see all the readings that I offer and their prices, okay, and the 2 payment options. So this was a labor of love, just trying to help. So thank you for watching, and bye for now. And thank you once again, family, for your love and your prayers for your sister. It really makes a difference. There is definitely power in prayer. And I just thank the Most High God for you beautiful souls that cared enough to show me love. So let's also show Tamia Taylor love as well and her family. Peace.